next guest has been developing a unique leadership game. It's called Missions and Madness. Morgan Boatman joins us now from Flagstaff. Hi, Morgan.
Hi, Bonnie.
Great to have you with us today. Well, Missions and Madness is a game that teaches us many things. It teaches us about teamwork, leadership, and situational awareness. And it starts with the roll of a dice, which sometimes feels like life itself. You talked to me about 3 aspects that get us through life, like finding a direction, taking action on that direction, and not giving up. So tell us how that fits into the game.
Well, life can be overwhelming if you don't have the skills to find a direction, commit to that direction, and if you don't have the skills to follow through with action toward that direction, and if you ever feel like giving up. So those are the 3 main components that I try to teach to participants in Missions and Madness. And I learned that from a lot of extra training, extracurricular training, you might say.
Well, I know that about you. You're one of those guys that likes to push the limits of your physical ability. You are an advanced martial artist. I've seen you in Buffalo Park out there. You incorporate push-ups into your hike. I mean, the hike can be strenuous enough, but he adds push-ups. You add push-ups. And I know you've participated in military-type survival training that calls for such things as carrying 30 pounds of bricks on your back for 12 hours at a time and other strenuous tasks. So I know you're a big believer in exercise, and that comes through in the game. So tell us a little bit about how that shows up.
Well, it's more and it's less than just exercise, Bonnie. The real concept is functional fitness. So those bricks, for instance, they make everything a little bit harder. So the push-ups are a little bit harder, and then the hike's a little bit harder. But that's not for everybody. So what I did was I took my experience in situations like that, and I made it scalable, not only to the group that's playing, but the individual who's playing. So they don't have to bring bricks, and they don't have to do push-ups. Everything is at everyone's individual level.
But they might end up blindfolded.
Well, in order to build a functional team, sometimes we need people who require additional assistance, you might say.
So that comes through in Missions and Madness.
That's right.
And sometimes you have other challenges, like you may roll the dice and find out that somebody needs to be carried by the rest of the team members. That's
right. There's nothing so powerful as carrying someone to build a team of complete strangers.
Right. Right. Well, one of the participants I spoke with described Missions and Madness as part boot camp, part scavenger hunt. And I really like that description. I thought that was a pretty accurate assessment. And one of the components of the game involves KIM. I've never heard this before. KIM drills. That's K-I-M. Tell us about that.
Well, KIM stands for Keep in Mind. And it's a way to remind yourself to look around and gather information from your surroundings. So that's incorporated in the game, and it keeps you from, just sort of zoning out and getting that 1,000-yard stare as you walk from objective to objective.
And I know that you've been working on this game for about 7 years. I want to talk. Let's bring in the madness part. So that's where the pirates come in. And the first time I heard that just made me laugh. So tell everyone how that fits.
Well, there's a random choice of 12 scenarios that the team gets assigned by the dice. That, for instance, you mentioned the pirates. To bond the team, acting silly in public or acting silly in a group is a great way to create a bond, a team bond. So, for instance, if you roll pirates, every time the assistant team leader calls out contact, everyone has to act like a pirate. And if there's ninjas, then when the assistant team leader calls out contact, everybody has to run and hide. It's just like hide and seek. So it's a great way for grown-ups, mostly, to have fun. Kids don't have problem having fun, but grown-ups do.
Well, it helps us a lot, and I think it is so much fun. And as you mentioned, with a group of strangers. You get to just be silly. I know that the game is really gaining traction these days. You've got a conference that I know you're going to be presenting it at. You're also involved with ROTC at Northern Arizona University.
Yeah.
Congratulations, by the way. And so tell us of all the things, all the opportunities that are coming up for you.
Well, the first one is the next NASET game, the Business Incubator up here in Flagstaff. That'll happen on the 23rd of September. After that, we have the Flagstaff Festival of Science. You can register for a game either on the 25th of September or the 2nd of October. And the Therapeutic Recreation Conference we've been invited to, that's also in September. So we have a lot of fun stuff coming up.
Boy, I know. So we should just mention the Flagstaff Festival of Science is a 10-day event of free activities for the whole family. It's in September every year, and that's so cool that you're going to be demonstrating at that time. Morgan, I'm hoping that I'll be able to buy this game for Christmas presents this year.
We're on track to make that a reality, and it'll include a field guide like this with all the answers to all your questions about Missions and Madness, and a manual for the field with your objectives and all the exercises required, and some dice.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Well, Morgan Boatman, entrepreneur, filmmaker, game changer, and leadership development, thank you so much for sharing your Missions and Madness game with us today. Best of luck to you, my friend.
Thank you so much, Bonnie.
It was great to see you.
You too.
And to find out more about Morgan Boatman and Missions and Madness, check out Morgan's website at missionsandmadness.com.